I just saw this TikTok. Ah, shit. Let me get this. Ooh, let me get a chair. So I just saw this TikTok. I don't even know. Somebody liked it on Twitter. I don't remember who it is, but whoever you are, shout out to you. Because it popped up on my Twitter, and then I found the TikTok, and I had to go and find it. No, it popped up on my Twitter, and then I listened to the TikTok, and then I had to go and find the actual page, so I could listen to the full thing. But like,
one thing y'all are gonna do is tell people to love themselves, not wait for the world to give them validation. Y'all remember that girl in school who was chubby and dark skinned, and everybody called them precious? And when they would walk in the room, people be like, oh my gosh, she's coming in the room, her loud ass. Please think about what it would be like to be that person. Please think about it. And tell me, if you were that person, are you really gonna love yourself? Are you really gonna love yourself? Like, I'm sick of the cat. Sorry, but like, certain people don't need to love themselves. They literally need to be loved. They need to be treated like a human, like a person. Like, we literally treated, and let me not say we, y'all literally treated that girl like an animal. Like, really think about it. I'ma just say this. If y'all were to change colors and change weights tomorrow, 100%, you would be suicidal by the end of the week. By the end of the week. But yeah, it's not a self-love problem. Everybody should be treated like they matter. It's simple science. If nobody treats you like you matter, you're gonna feel like you don't matter. I'm telling you. Y'all want people to save themselves so bad. That's literally not how stuff works. People are not superheroes. That literally makes no sense.
oh, I had to, you know me, I gotta talk, like, that's what I do. But it's not that I disagree with anything the person, I'm gonna play the TikTok first, obviously, so like you guys know what I'm talking about, so I have context. But it's not that I disagree with what this lovely girl said in a beautiful, articulate way. I love the way she articulated it. I just love people who can articulate the way they feel. Like, that should be like, talk to me. But yeah, like I said, it's not that I disagree with what she said. I wholeheartedly agree with everything she said. I think for me, my position on it is that what she said is just not realistic. You know, I wish it was. I wish everybody did care about people's feelings and were able to put themselves in other people's shoes. Because we wouldn't have a lot of the issues we have in this world if people did do that. And what I'm starting to realize, like I said, every day that I live my life, is people are not going to hold themselves to the standard that you do. And it doesn't mean that you should drop your standard or you should start acting different because everybody else is. But understand that people are not going to hold themselves to the standard that you do. It's sad. It makes you question what the fuck humanity is. But the reality of the situation, that's what it is. People do deserve to be loved. Of course they do. Everybody does. But not everybody's gonna love you. And there are certain things that you're given in this world. And there are certain obstacles that you're given in this world. Based on the current society, some of us get certain gifts that we're easily able to profit off of. Athleticism, beauty. If we talk in America, certain colors of your skin. It helps you advance. There are advantages and disadvantages. I think when I was talking about the video about Ukraine, why do we have discrimination, racism, slavery, all these things in the past? Prejudice, homophobia, transphobia. It's because certain people, they profit off it. They have advantages off of it. Why does bullying exist? Because people are insecure. They don't want to deal with that. So if I bully you, at least in these 5 minutes I'm bullying you, if I make you feel like a lesser human, I feel like a little bit of a better human. And that's exactly what it is. It's all rooted in insecurity. And until we get rid of that, it's always going to be there. And man, I think about that every day. How the hell do we get rid of that? But yeah, but I think the only real like issue I have with what she said was like, you to think people can find love from themselves when the whole world tells them they're not loved is crazy. No, no, no. You're right, but you have to. You have to. Because if you live your life seeking validation from the world, that is a very, very dangerous way to live. Speaking from somebody who did that and I didn't even realize it. You find yourself always feeling unfulfilled. Even if for a moment you do feel fulfilled, the reality situation is long term, you're never going to be fulfilled if you're always seeking validation from the world. I'll give you an example of something that's everybody's talking about. Will and Jada was the poster couple for freaking, I mean, everybody was. J. Cole literally made a line in a song about it. And if they used the world's validation of how they felt as a couple and their love, and that's what made them happy, was because everybody was telling them, look how great their family is. Look at them now. They're the laughing stock of the internet. Look at Will Smith. Why do you, and this goes also into why he slapped that man. If you think he just slapped that man because of that one joke, or even the joke he told before in 2016, you out of your mind. If you think because of those two jokes is why he got up on national TV on an Oscar award ceremony when he knew he was about to win and slapped that man because of that, no, it wasn't just because of those two jokes. It was because of how the past. I mean, when did the whole entanglement? It's been at least a year, 2 years that he's been dragged on the internet and probably dragged in person. If he goes out in public, people saying entanglement, people, they ain't never gonna miss a beat to make fun of some celebrity. So if Will's out here feeling loved because everybody loves him, look at him now. So that's like the only like pushback I have is like, no, you have to seek love for yourself. You have to seek validation. No matter how you find it, you have to. Because that is the only way you're gonna have long-term happiness. And for me, it starts by ingratiating myself with things and people that I know have given me some type of validation. They've given me the, how do I put it, like the kind of energy I put out, they've given it back to me. You know, like I said, not everybody's gonna view you the same way you do. Not everybody's gonna hold themselves to the standard. So I'm saying, find those people that actually did hold themselves to the standard with you. It may be people you haven't talked to in 15 years. Do it. You never know. Maybe they're still the same person. Maybe they still have that same heart. But for you to just sit there and wait and hope for somebody to come around and give you the love that you want, that's dangerous. Because, okay, let's say you do get that. You do get that love and they do bring that to you. What happens when they're gone? Everybody's gonna die. Not that I wish that on anybody, but what happens when they're gone? Then this entire year, you've been building up this validation for how you feel, not based off of you and yourself and your inner love, but on some external validation. So now when that variable is gone, you're back to square one. And you'll probably be even worse, honestly, because you had a taste of that love. You had a taste of that validation. And now it's gone. And you didn't even have it before. But now you know what it's like to feel that. And now it's gone. Why do you think so many people, after messy relationships, get into another messy relationship? It's because they don't heal themselves. They don't find that true internal love, and they go back out there trying to seek it again. And they make the same mistakes. So Like, for me personally, like, I wish the world was exactly like she said in that first part. I wish it was. But it's just not realistic. There's always going to be bullying. There's always going to be racism. And, well, I shouldn't say that, but that's how I view it. I've reached a point in my life, I don't think these things are going to go away because we are a selfish species. This idea that we have a freaking conscience and you just have to listen. No, there's no conscience. All conscious is societal things, societal ethics, societal standards that we follow. The reason why people don't murder every day in the street is not because they don't want to or because we're not animals like that. No, it's because they know they'll go to jail. It's the consequences of actions or decisions that stop people from doing things that they might not, but that they might really want to do. Not the morality of their heart and the caring of their people. I mean, I'm not saying everybody, but it's a combination of both. But that morality is learned through, in my opinion, consequences of your decisions. You see how doing X, Y, and Z hurts other people or a loved one or blah, blah, blah. You out here going to kill somebody's dad and you see a little kid crying or something. That's what stops you from ever doing that again. Is you see that pain. You see that trauma. But for you to just think that people are going to all of a sudden one day care about something they have no connection to, I wish it was like that, but it's not. And it doesn't mean that I'm going to change the way I live and start acting different. Absolutely not. But every day I'm more conscious of that. And now I only give that energy, I only give that out to people that I know are going to give it back to me. Because that's the way I keep getting validation from the world. I've built up enough internal to know exactly the standard that I want to live my life. So I'm out here trying to find everybody that's trying to do the same. And it's hard. And more times than not, you're not going to find those people. And it's rare. And that's why it's like, I try to always tell the people that really do matter how much they matter in some way. Because they're rare. Tell your friends how much the ones that really got you, tell them. You don't gotta, not everybody's like I said, an emotional, articulate person, but you know the way to show people in your life you care. Show them. Let them know. Because not only is it gonna make them feel better about themselves just in general. I mean, who doesn't like you getting that text like, yo, I appreciate you for having me back. But it's also so they can carry that on too. So they get validation for the way they're acting. See, I'm not just doing this and not getting any reward. Nah, I got this person out here that they give me praise because they appreciate what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And so for me, that's what I think the process has to be. You have to find people that see you the way you see yourself. And it's not going to be 7 billion people or how many people there are in this world. It's not. It's going to be a rare few, which is why you need to build up your internal validation so you can accomplish things you want to, even though everybody else is telling you you're supposed to be this or you're supposed to be that. You know what I mean? Like that's where I'm at in life. And that's why I feel like the 20s and the 30s are so important to your personal development. And the way you want to live your life going forward. And this is the time. This is the time where you have to do that work. Because if you don't do it now, and you keep, letting your job advances and all these other things, you got a new car, and you never find that inner love, it's going to come back to bite you in one day. In the worst way. You want to know why a lot of old people are depressed? It's not because they know they're going to die. Everybody knows they're going to die. And the older you get, the more you understand that. It's not the dying that they're afraid of. It's the looking back on their life and what did I do? How did I live it? It's the not being remembered. It's the not being loved, not being appreciated. When I'm gone, who's gonna remember me? Who's gonna hold on to me? That's what's so upsetting. Because a lot of people realize it's not as many as they thought. Or maybe they get to the end and there's nobody left. Because they didn't appreciate the ones that did have them throughout their life. Or they overlooked it, or they neglected it, or they just never found it. Or they did have someone that loved them, but then their loved one passed. And now they're alone and single, and I don't have no one to love me because I've never really loved myself. And that's such a horrible way to go. That's such a horrible way to go, and I wouldn't wish that on anyone. So that's why I say you have to. You have no choice. Well, I mean, that's just my opinion. If you want to have long-term happiness in this life, true happiness, that never means you're never going to get sad, you're never going to get down. But you're going to understand it's the process of the life that you chose. Like I said, not everybody's going to see you the way you see yourself. Doesn't mean you're wrong. But know your worth. Stick up for yourself. Stick to it. And find people that know your worth too. Because they're out there. You may need to move to another country. You may need to step outside of your boundaries in a way that you never really wanted to. I think that's the greatest thing that I got from moving to where I moved to. It forced me into so many uncomfortable things. But I've also found so many beautiful things that I never thought, because I just threw myself into a situation. Like I said, I'll talk about it all the time. You would have never, ever convinced me I would be out here kayaking. That's my shit now. That is me. Like, that's my thing. Like, so in the minute I seen that dude on a pedal kayak in the lake, I said, I'm gonna get one. And I'm gonna love that. You know? And and when you find those moments, you find those things, or I'm out here taking pictures of mountains every day. I never in a million years thought I'd be so captivated by damn mountains. But y'all need to come up here and see these damn mountains, and you'll know why. And that's what it is. Fall in love with the process of figuring out yourself. That's what I think is about building that internal validation. Fall in love with the process of figuring out yourself. The good, the bad, the ugly. Fall in love with that process. And to me, you can only find that by putting yourself in certain uncomfortable situations. So I know I kind of went on a little bit of a tangent based off what the first TikTok was, but yeah, man, I saw that and it was like, ooh, nah, that was deep. I want to talk about that. So yeah, shout out Lip Gloss. I don't know what her real name is. I wish I knew that, because I'm pretty sure it's not Lip Gloss. But yeah. Yo, if this didn't record the whole time, it'd be tight. Okay. Because I've done that before. Like, I've literally sat here and I've been so ready to talk that I literally would talk for like an hour and it wasn't recording the whole time. You know how embarrassing that is? Well, it's not really that embarrassing because I kind of talk to myself all the time. But like, it's just annoying. So you wasting all this time sitting here and shit. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Yeah, that I mean.